Greetings, my friends. This is Carl of the Streetwise English Podcast. So today, this is the third part of my American patriotism podcast in celebration of the 4th of July. So I just thought that I would go ahead and present another side of the coin that has been appearing in my social media feed recently, and that is why people are upset about the 4th of July and why people do not want to celebrate the 4th of July, even though they are Americans. So I'm going to go ahead and read you. This is a comment off of social media. I won't name any names, but this is someone I personally know. And here's what the statement says. Someone says, "I'm going to try to celebrate the ideas that this country allegedly was started on, and that I would love to see us develop." And the response was, "Don't be naive. I'm dealing with the reality of the condition of my people on 7/4/1776. All of those principles were established by enslavers who raped and brutalized my ancestors. The American flag wavers of today have come to represent white supremacy. We need a whole new constitution, one meant to protect and provide for all Americans," all being capitalized. So this person that wrote this is African American, and she's a good person, and that's what she honestly believes. And so I just Googled a little bit about why you should not celebrate the 4th of July. And I found some interesting things. 9 Reasons Why I Don't Celebrate 4th of July by Dana P. Saxon. Okay, so this is what it says on her on the internet here. On the 4th of July, Americans celebrate Independence Day because in 1776, the United States declared its independence from Britain. And with the Declaration of Independence, Americans determined they were free and independent. So then it goes on to say that's cool for them, but I don't see how any single part of 4th of July has anything to do with me or my ancestors. After 1776, it took nearly 100 years before my ancestors technically gained their freedom in 1865, the end of slavery. I just added that part. And a whole heap of pain, trauma, and oppression maintained during those years when only white Americans were liberated from someone else's rule. And so then she lists several reasons why she doesn't celebrate 4th of July. And the one that I'm going to highlight here was a statement, two. So there's the Dred Scott decision in 1857. So Dred and Harriet Scott, an enslaved couple, filed separate lawsuits for their freedom in the St. Louis Circuit Court. Eventually, their cases were combined and reached the U.S. Supreme Court. In Dred Scott versus Sandford, the court determined that all people of African descent, free or enslaved, were not United States citizens. Therefore, they had no rights to sue in federal court. Furthermore, since enslaved people were the legal property of enslavers, the Fifth Amendment protected the rights of slave owners. So that was in 1857, mind you, before the abolishment of slavery. Here, the last one, I like this one. This is Frederick Douglass, and he's a famous African American in U.S. history, former slave. Okay, so here we go. This is something that he wrote on July 5th, 1852. So this was once again before the end of slavery, and he said, "What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham, your boasted liberty an unholy license, your national greatness swelling vanity, your sound of rejoicing are empty and heartless, your denunciation of tyrants brass-fronted impudence, your shout of liberty and equality, hollow mockery, your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy, a thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of the United States at this very hour. So that was written by Frederick Douglass. So there, I just wanted to share this anti-4th of July sentiment that has been coming up a lot in my social media feed, and in particular by African American friends. And it's interesting to think about should you celebrate things that happen in a time and a part of history when slavery was legal? So I'm not sure what you think about that, and if slavery was ever legal in your country, but I'm sure probably in modern times not. The United States is a very young country and has this history of slavery, so it is still affecting people today. And for better or worse, this is part of the American history and development, and it's a very sensitive topic. So I wanted to just share that with you today because it is in the minds of many people, and a lot of the holidays that we celebrate, we don't really think about the roots of the holiday. And even things like Christmas, we celebrate Christmas, but it's the holiday remembering the birth of Jesus Christ, right? But most people don't think about that. They just think about buying presents and family get together and making food. And the same thing with 4th of July. A lot of people just get together and have barbecues and light fireworks, and they don't think about the actual independence of the United States from Britain, or that was 1776, right? July 4th, 1776, the birth of the nation. And so the U.S. was very different at that time, and the laws were meant to protect freedom and liberty for citizens. But at that time, slaves were not considered citizens. So it is very interesting. And that's all for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that. And happy 4th of July to you out there. And that's all for today. Over and out. Thank you for listening. And if you'd like an American English one-on-one tutoring session, look me up, give me a call, email me, check out my website, streetwisenglish.com. I'm your best choice for a one-on-one American English tutor. Hands down. Give me a call, give me a shout. I will see you next time. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.